Hey guys, I'm just Jersh, and welcome back to some more Genshin and Chill. Look, this is supposed to be like a nice, calm, cozy series. Happy Tuesday, by the way. Hope you're having a nice morning. It's supposed to be like a nice, calm, cozy series, but I'm gonna be honest, we got a lot to do today. It's Tuesday. I skipped doing the weekly bosses yesterday, but for those who don't know, every week in Genshin, between Sunday and Monday, you get some resets. And some once a week tasks become available again, namely weekly bosses. Ooh, baby, you actually get to see me. Oh, not free to play. Oh no, the illusion is shattered. You get to fight. Oh, I cut it a little close there. 140. It's only happened like 6 times in the entirety of playing Genshin. But when you wake up in the morning realizing you forgot to condense your resin the day prior, we should probably go to the Serenity Teapot as well. Hold on. Don't judge my Serenity Teapot. It's ugly. I probably shouldn't be going to the Serenity Teapot considering how much we have to do today. But that's okay. Look at those rocks, baby. Oh, look at this area over here. Wait till you see. I wish I could show you those areas up there. I guess I can. Hold on. I'll just show you from a sky view. It's disgusting. Okay, Spring Peak. Summer Chase. Look, I'm not saying I just started throwing stuff down willy-nilly to try to hit the max adventure rank or whatever, the Serenity Teapot rank, but I'm not saying it. Okay, I should probably place this waypoint closer to the only thing that I actually care about, which is collecting from this guy. Okay, we're gonna collect from him. This is the second worst feeling in Genshin. Please tell me this isn't full. Please tell me it's not full. Oh, baby, we cut it a little close there. Grab those. Perfect. Okay. I'm going to plant my seeds as well. Look, it's a bit... This is... Mondays are typically the busiest Genshin days because there's a lot to do. The Battle Pass resets. Keep planting some glaze lilies so we can get ready for when Ganyu comes home. Yeah, Mondays are typically the craziest, busiest grinding Genshin days. All of your weekly... bosses reset, the battle pass resets. It's a good time, don't get me wrong, because there's a lot of, it's your only chance during the week to get weapon belays, which hopefully we'll be able to bring home today. So we're going to start by doing the weekly bosses. Typically I would start by doing, let's start with the toughest ones first. Here's the other downside, just prepare. I probably shouldn't do this, but I do it anyway. I really want my friendship team to thrive, so I use my friendship team to do the weeklies. The weekly bosses are tough and only getting more difficult every single time. I could probably swap out Toma for someone who actually does something. No offense, Toma. Yeah, like what if I swapped out Toma for Ball?
The campaign begins.
I know that means that... What if I swapped out Rosaria too? You know what? For production value, maybe we try to speed this up. Maybe we try to speed this up. You be Kazuha.
Sounds good to me.
You be no. Just bring Ball. Ball's fine.
The campaign begins.
This is fine. I might swap. No, I was gonna swap you out with Sayu. Okay, this works. This works. Just bring in Ball, honestly, should increase. Toma does nothing. No offense to Toma. Toma does absolutely nothing.
Is it the cold or just cowardice?
Might have to put a PG rating on this channel now just because Signora showed up. Yeah, the weekly bosses are fun, don't get me wrong. They're a good time. I enjoy doing the weekly bosses. Oh, baby. Umami, you might even say. I enjoy doing the weekly bosses because it's some of the more difficult content in the game, especially when you're rocking your friendship team. Don't get me wrong. And the music is also fantastic. Don't get me wrong, if we were rocking the real team, this would be, please, this would be no problem whatsoever, except for Ajdaha. Ajdaha, I don't care who you bring. Ajdaha is an absolute nightmare every single time regardless. Hello? Moths, please? Moths? Hello? There you go. Literally already this is going so much faster though, just from bringing Ball. Ball has like tripled the speed at which I'm completing this. Where's the moth? There it is on the other side of the map, of course. Let me know in the... I don't know if you guys be sipping on anything in the morning. Are you... Okay, here's a question. So today, typically in these videos, you're going to see me rocking the morning coffee. Today, since I've been having a little bit... I said last episode, I think I was coughing like crazy in the last episode. The music's so good. I've been sipping on coffee and I've been sipping on tea for the past couple of days instead. I went through a tea phase. It's just a phase, Mom. I went through a tea phase in very early quarantine, like 2020 COVID. I think primarily because Maria and I watched Avatar: The Last Airbender, and they drink a lot of tea in that, or hot leaf juice, whatever you'd like to call it. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna become a tea drinker and live out my life like Uncle Iroh. And then that phase quickly ended, as most do in my life. That phase ended, and now I have like 6 boxes of tea just sitting up in the coffee cabinet where all the mugs are that have never been touched. But thankfully, when you have times like today, dude, I'm glad I brought Ball into this. It's gonna speed the process up significantly. I also think if we're gonna do Ajdaha, I'm gonna have to bring someone other than Ito, because the geo resistance is too strong. his geo resistance is too high. My weekly Ajdaha fight takes like 20 minutes, and we don't have time for that, unfortunately. I mean, maybe we do. So we have to do the weeklies, plus I have 5 condensed resins. We might not have enough resin to do all 5 weeklies. I can use a fragile if I need to. We need to do all of the weeklies, plus I have 5 condensed. Plus we could do bounties if we wanted to as well. That might be a big ol' waste of time. Yeah, you can't switch teams here. That's okay. Weapon belay, weapon belay, weapon belay, please. Not bad, potentially. No weapon belay. That's okay. You know, I get like 1 a month. It's always exciting when they drop. I would love, primarily I'm looking for bow belays. Let's do our expedition real fast since they're ready as well. Let's not forget about that. Oh, we have to do our dailies. Dailies, weekly bosses, resin spending. We could maybe squeeze in bounties if we want to, or maybe, you know what, we're gonna do so much this week already, or in this episode already. Maybe I'll save that for like Thursday or Friday's Genshin and chill, so that we don't stuff this one with too much stuff. I think that's the proper approach. Okay, cool. Let's do Ajdaha next. Ajdaha stinks. Hate fighting Ajdaha. All my homies hate Ajdaha. Okay, if there's anyone out there who likes Ajdaha, likes fighting Ajdaha, I should say. My main question is, what's wrong with you? Okay, we'll start this. We're going to swap you out for, you know what, Toma? Toma, come on back in.
And make some friends.
And who do you want in our freeze comp? You know what? Let's just bring Ball back again. Ball's the greatest. Yeah, this works for me. This should be fine. It'll be a little faster at the very least. We really just can't bring Ito, which is a shame. The rest of them, don't worry. We'll be able to bring the friendship team without too much trouble, which is nice. Anyway, I'm sipping tea today. So my question is, do we have any tea drinkers at home? Please go ahead. It's fine. You can out yourself as a 400-year-old person. Yeah, that's fine. But I'm curious if it's just me sipping. Typically, I'm a coffee boy, like I said. I go through like twice a year. I reach the point where I realize that I'm consuming way too much coffee, and I go through like not a panic, but like why do you dig underground? I hate when you dig underground. The thing is I hate when you dig underground. The thing is, please just come up and do phase 2. Ouch. Like twice a year, I'll have like my 6th cup of coffee for the day, and I'll be like, I'm drinking way too much coffee. This needs to stop. And then I'll like cut it cold turkey, and then I'll get like immense withdrawal coffee caffeine. Not hangovers, withdrawal. and then I go back on the juice. But one of the times that I quit, I was like, I'm gonna switch to tea instead. I don't know that it's necessarily even healthier, to be honest with you. That's gonna hurt. Nope. I don't know that tea... It probably is. Are there more health benefits to tea? Got it. It's gotta be. It's literally leaves. Well, the other one's beans, right? They're both just vegetables, kind of. Are beans legumes? I don't know what coffee technically is. Is a leaf a vegetable? Probably. Like a spinach? Yeah, it's gotta be. Wait, would that mean... Hold on. I'm not trying to do like, is a Pop-Tart a ravioli here? Is tea a soup? No, because there's not... Well, it's broth. Is tea broth? It's broth, right? Coffee and tea are both broth. One is the broth of a leaf, and one is the broth of a bean. Dude, I usually... The best thing about this Genshin and Chill series, I typically play with my volume at like 1, or as low as possible, so that I can have something on the second monitor, like a YouTube video or Twitch stream. It's been really nice cranking the volume up and hearing the music for the first time in a long time. It is very nice. Like the music in Genshin, meme on it all you want. Okay, I think like just about everything in Genshin's fantastic. I think it's just a darn good game. They did a good job. The music is like undeniably, there's so many good songs in Genshin. And the weeklies have most of them. The weeklies just happen to house... Oh, no crit. The weeklies just happen to house a large majority of the slappers. Okay, I'm very, very happy that we brought Ball, because otherwise, yeah, we would be here... I mean, we're already going to be here for still a pretty long time. We would have been here for a 15 times longer time if we didn't bring Ball. So this was a good choice. Don't go underground, please. Just let me finish you. Crit. Okay, if we could just get, like... That hurt really bad. It's fine. We could have just gotten, like, one of those 2 crits. We'd be done by now. That's gonna hurt. If we could have just gotten a crit out of one of those, we would have been done by now, but it's fine. Took a little bit longer, but here we are. Weapon belay. Particularly bow. I need a bow belay. No. No bow belay. That's fine. I need a bow belay because if I get Ganyu, I'm still debating. I'm still debating whether or not I want to run her on prototype Crescent. I've never heard that voice line before, but this is such a good voice line. I love, dude, Max Middleman did such a good job. I'll say that every freaking time Ito talks. He did such a good job. That hurts. That attack hurts really bad. No, that attack hurts really bad is the thing. I feel like, I don't know if it's because I mostly just use Zhongli for, like I said before I started using Friendship Team, I just used my Hu Tao Zhongli team all the time. So I don't know if it's because I've started using other teams. Did Child always have the ability to just one-shot everything he touched? Because ever since I stopped using Zhongli and I don't have just like infinite HP with his shield anymore, this boy be one-shotting me constantly, and I don't think I ever struggled with him in the early game. At least after I got Zhongli. Like it was very easy. You piece. Come back here. See, he's weak enough though, like as opposed to Ajdaha and Signora, I can actually like defeat him with the Friendship Team, which is nice considering it's mostly level 70s. This is my favorite song in the game, by the way. I be listening to this on Spotify all the time. Any of my Spotify friends can confirm. I'd be listening to, I don't know how to pronounce it, so apologies. Wrath of Monoceros Kylie. It's so good. I like when the crowd comes in and goes, ho, ha, he, ho. I just cranked up my speaker. That didn't do anything for you guys, but you can crank up your speaker at that exact part too. I love the choir in the background. Okay, this went much more effectively. That's a good weekly boss fight. Bobole. Bobole pleasies. Pleasies Bobole. Dream Solvent's always nice to have. Ooh, that's a nice feather as well. I will say I am, we're gonna have to use 2 resin, which kind of sucks. I am always debating. I like fighting Wolf. We can use our good team here. And then just switch to the Mooch team. I'm reaching the point, you know, I've been playing for over a year now. And I gotta be honest, I'm unfortunately reaching the point where I'm like, is it actually worth it to do some of the weeklies anymore? I mean, like, obviously, like, the newest ones, Ajdaha and Signora, I'm gonna keep doing because there's A, lot of characters I don't have. And B, they just haven't been out as long, so I don't have as much of the materials. But, like, Dvalin? I've been farming Dvalin since October of 2020. Is that really true? Yeah, that is true. I've been farming Dvalin since October of 2020. I got a lot of his materials. Like a ridiculous amount of his materials. Like, just an insane amount of his materials. And the wolf. Am I ever gonna need 50 of these spirit lockets? See, these new ones I don't have nearly as much of. These old ones, and by the way, I've built the characters that use these. So maybe I haven't gotten their talents to 10, but my question is, like, is there a point at which it makes sense to stop farming those? Also, Dvalin, no offense, kind of annoying. I kind of hate that fight. If you can't one-cycle him, which my friendship team cannot currently do, if you can't one-cycle him, like, this guy's fine. This guy just used the good team, and you piece, he dodged. You piece. Like, this guy I just used my good team against, and we wipe him out in 5 seconds. But, like, Dvalin, I don't really enjoy fighting. He takes a long time. And I don't know that the rewards are really that rewarding, at least for me in this point in the game. Maybe this is a very, like, first world problem, late game player problem. But I'd be curious if there's any other Genshiners out there. You still fighting Dvalin every week?
Let me leave you a verse.
You still fighting that boy every week?
This is order.
You still fighting Dvalin every week? It's also crazy going back and fighting some of these earlier bosses, how much less HP they have than the later bosses. Like 50k just crushed him. 50k against Ajdaha is like a little drippy drop in the bucket. Let's do Mooch team for this. Let's do Mooch team. Go ahead and collect Bobole. Sure, I'll drop a Fragi. I know this is not the proper use of a fragile resin, but still. Bobole. Nobile. Bobole, how about Nobile? I'll tell you what, yeah, I've convinced myself. Let's skip, for now, let's skip Dvalin. Maybe I'll do Dvalin on Thursday. I'll decide. I need to do some. I need to run some calculations. Now, with Ganyu coming, I'm not sure what kind of Ganyu I would like to run. I don't know if I want to do Freeze Comp Ganyu, in which case I need Blizzard Strayer pieces, or if I want to run... Kokomi, you're pretty worthless in here, unfortunately.
Can I go catch up on my sleep?
Rosaria, you pretty worthless in here too, unfortunately. I don't really have anybody else I can add. We'll keep Rosaria. What was I saying, brain? Oh yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna do Wanderer's Troop, in which case I've never used Wanderer's Troop on a character. I think I might have 2 Wanderer's Troop on Mona. But other than that, it is completely empty. I got a lot of Wanderer's Troop available for anybody who might enjoy it, namely Ganyu. So that's probably what I'm gonna run her on. But just in case I decide to run her on something else, just in case I decide to run her on Blizzard Strayer instead, it would be nice to have some Blizzard Strayer pieces. So I think we're gonna farm this domain a couple of times today. Also, I'm ready to build my child. My child is at level 70 right now. He's like half built. I think that's what we'll do with our last 40 resin as well, is maybe do one quick... This is just a day filled with doing all of the things. I think we might do one run of Oceanid. It's like my least favorite boss to farm. Until yesterday, I farmed him for the first time in a couple of months. I realized that now that my Yoimiya's built, he's actually not too bad. My biggest issue typically, like I used Hu Tao for the longest time, and I could never reach. It was an easy fight if he didn't spawn the birds that go in the sky. The flying birds, basically impossible. I used to just bring Fischl, but still not an ideal setup for defeating him. Yoimiya makes quick work of it. Yoimiya plus Ball, it's like the easiest way to defeat him in my entire life, which is fantastic. Okay, so I'm looking for child pieces. Child really needs a good sand still. And any Blizzard Strayer for Ganyu potentially would be nice. Just doing a little pre-farming. Garbage. Now, I will say my child already has a pretty good circlet, but it's crit damage. And none of the rolls went into crit rate because my life sucks. This could be better. This could potentially be better. Let's find out. Let's take a quick little peek and find out. I got so many artifacts, man. I got to do some cleaning. Crit rate. If this rolls into attack percent, this is, or ER. ER would be nice too, but attack percent preferred. If this rolls into attack percent, we're taking this to the moon. Moon me, baby. You can't always get what you want, but if you try sometime, I don't know the words to that song. I think I may have just made up that lyric. That's not the person whose ultimate I wanted to use. That's my B. Tried to switch to Toma in time, but my fat fingies, or I guess slow fingies, couldn't get there in time. That's okay. Look, I mean, that's the ultimate. What you just witnessed is like the quintessential Genshin experience. Okay, don't get me wrong. That artifact could still be good. It's still got ER, or sorry, EM. It's still got EM. It's a crit rate circlet with crit damage as a substat. If you can just get both crit on a single piece, it's typically worth building. And the same may be true there as well. Hey, Sayu, yeah, I need your ult to be ready, like, ASAP, because we're dying here. We do be dying here. All right, Sayu, go ahead and drop it. Pop it, lock it, heal us, pleasies, thank you. That's the quintessential Genshin experience, though. You get an artifact that seems like this is 90% of the time. 10% of the time, it's a good time. 90% of the time, you see an artifact that, at a baseline, looks like you might have something going. You're like, this could be the one. This is the god roll. Spoiler alert, it's almost never the god roll. I'd say like 1% of the time, okay, maybe like 0.5% of the time it's the god roll. 9.5% of the time it's at least like workable. 90% of the time it's just complete trash. Which is unfortunate. It's the woes of the late game. I'm envious of anybody who's like just starting Genshin. The early Genshin experience where you're like building your characters. So I still have some of my early artifacts around just for memories. I love seeing some of the early artifacts that I had where like I got an attack percent sans, and I was like, yeah, I needed that. I didn't even care about the substats. It's all HP and defense. Nah. Nah. All right, not very good. Let's do one more of these. We're going to do one more of these, and then I might switch over to the dogs, because I am still farming defense pieces for Ito. My Ito is not... He's getting there, but he's still not quite where I'd like him to be. This is a little bit of a problem. This is not a great run of this so far. We got some concerns. It's gonna hurt really badly. Don't kill Sayu. Okay, this is a rough one. My Sayu is really bad, you may be noticing. Coke, as far as heals go. Also, my Sayu's only level 50, so that's like the big part of the problem. Okay, that guy's out of here. There we go. My Sayu's only level 50, which is a huge issue, and I think has like half-built artifacts, which is another issue. There's several issues. I originally started building Sayu because I was really pogged that I got her. I missed her on the initial banner, and then I got her later, and I was like, yes, I can finally build Sayu, the little Sonic the Hedgehog. And then I used her, and I was like, not my favorite. Sorry, Sayu. I think she's adorable, but I don't love the character mechanics. The rolling is a little flooding, and usually just like I can't control it, man. I don't have the gamer skill. Which is fine though. Then I got Kokomi and I was like, you know what? We're just gonna rock Kokomi instead, because Kokomi do be healing, which is fantastic. Maybe in higher constellations, I'll get maybe Sayu will be better, but for frick. For right now, not super excited. Okay. Let's pump you up. Yeah, sure. Let's get this to. Let's get this up. Just got to clear some artifact space. They upped it in the last update from 1,000 to 1,500. I still be running out of space every 5 seconds. Most of this is Enkanomiya's fault. Enkanomiya? I'll never learn how to pronounce it. Most of it is Enkanomiya's fault because I'm finding all these new chests and finding all this random garbage. Crit rate would be lovely here. That's pretty much what I didn't want, but thank you. Quintessential Genshin experience yet again. Let's see, you have any other pieces worth cranking? You're cranked up. Sayu, sorry, you're getting skipped. You're all cranked up. I'm just seeing if I got any random characters whose pieces are at 16s. I'm not going to keep you on Millilith anyway, so I don't really want to crank yours up. Beto's got nothing. I don't use Razor anymore. Maybe this physical damage. Ew, what am I doing? Sometimes you just see the artifacts you have on a character and you wonder where you went wrong in life. Bro, we're at 20s all across the board. What the heck? Child, you got any artifacts I can crank? Hydro damage? Sure, this is a disgusting goblet. I only have it so that you can get the 4-piece set bonus because I haven't finished farming for this yet, and I probably will switch you off of this once I get a decent sans for you. But sure, we'll crank this to 20 just to clear some space. Why not? Oh, okay, we're almost out. That's fine. Let's get it to 20 just to see. May as well get it to 20 just to see. I don't need these gambler pieces. I don't need exile pieces. This is honestly, like, I don't know why. It's just menuing. Maybe it's just the sound effects, but, like, this is my favorite part of Genshin. I love artifact grinding, and it's almost like the wishing system, but in, like, a little... Hold on. Hey, some ER. That's pretty good. It's almost like the wish system in terms of, like, you don't know what you're gonna get, but with numbers instead. Something about it scratches a nice itch for me. It's a similar itch that I used to get while playing Destiny all the time. I loved Destiny 1. Garbage? Garbage. Okay, you know what? We tried. That is why... That's a great example
You're never gonna win, though.
That's a great example of why my child has garbage pieces right now. Let's go fight Oceanid one time. That's a perfect example of why my child has
The sky is clear and the
horrible
sun
pieces. Is because of runs like that. We only use 3 condensed resin, I know, but like we got 1 maybe decent piece. We got that crit rate hydro circlet. Rest of them pretty much pure garbage. Also, I know Kokomi is not the play here. I know Kokomi can't actually do any damage, but who cares? Yoimiya is gonna carry. Yoimiya plus Raiden gonna carry hard. The only thing that stinks about this fight, for some reason all the other bosses in the game, all the other bosses in the game you can just run in and be like, bam, you're dead. This one, they're like, this one's got a fun little story. You gotta listen to him talk every time. Which just takes 3,000, like the waves are easy. But it's like an artificial, it reminds me of, every time we fight this boss in Isaac, I get mega peeved off. It's freaking the Great Gideon or whatever his name is. The boss who does like 5 waves continuously. It's like, you're just like artificially slowing me down, brother. I'm like Sonic, I want to go fast. And you're slowing me down. Like, look at this downtime. She also don't be shutting up about the power of water, but don't get me started on that. Let's see if we can get a run with none of the birds. Again, the lack of birds don't matter as much this time around. Ow, that hurt pretty bad actually. Nice hit. Nice hit. Yeah, the birds don't matter nearly as much this time around. Because we have Yoimiya, birds. These are birds, but they are not the birds that I'm looking for, or that I'm not looking for. It is the other birds that are an absolute nightmare. Dude, did you see Kazuha just like wipe the floor with all of those guys? That was kind of sick. All right, one more wave and we're free. Again, this fight takes so long. And I have to do it minimum 9 more times. Because I only have 3 out of 20. We could get some if we get some nice drops and we get a bunch of 3 spots, I could theoretically do it as few as 6 more times. It's probably not gonna happen though. It's the birds. Dude, Kazuha's so good. He's disgustingly good. You killed her! Very rude. It's very rude of you. You're gonna die now. Kazuha, go ahead and send to the Shadow Realm. I freaking love Kazuha, dude. Okay. Longest boss fight in Planet Earth's history completed. We're gonna grab the Mooch team. We're gonna collect our trophy. We only got 2. All right, so now I have 5. So now I could still theoretically do it a minimum of 6 more times. It's unlikely though. Okay, let's finish today. Oh shoot, I'm still gonna do my dailies. Okay, let's do this first. I told you, man, this if we ever do these Genshin and chills, and I don't know if we'll do them every week, but if we ever do the Genshin and chills at the beginning of the week, it's gonna be a lengthier experience just because it takes a lot longer to grind at the beginning of the week. You got weekly bosses resetting. Sayu, you gotta go, unfortunately. Kokomi. You got weekly bosses resetting. We're definitely not doing bounties today. We'll save that for later in the week. Oh, you know what we could do? You guys want to see a wish? You guys want to see a wish? Because we can definitely do a wish today. Battle Pass rank 10. And 11. Boom, boom. We could do 1 free wish. Ladies and gentlemen, these will probably be the only wishes that we do during this series. Like, I'm not going to, like, do... I usually stream whenever we're pulling for a character. But maybe we'll get luckier. I think I got a Kaya last time. 1, 2, 3... So we're probably not getting anything, but it'd be cool nonetheless. Okay, you know? Again, maybe someday, like, I'll probably save all the blues for this. Like anytime we get a shop reset, that'll be nice. We could do a whole 5 of them. That'll be very exciting. Few and far between when that happens, but will be very exciting nonetheless. But I don't think we'll ever, like, when a new character, like when the Ganyu banner drops, we're gonna live stream that. Just because I like to share that experience in real time with everybody. I think it's a fun time for everyone to watch me either be on cloud 9 or get my heart absolutely crushed by the gacha system. So we will probably save that. We'll still save the character banners for live, but anytime I get any, I'll do all my standard banner wishes during the Genshin and Chill series. I think that unless Maria peer pressures me to do them, sometimes she sees that I have one and she's like, do that wish right now. I'm here, do the wish right now. And we know she ain't watching these videos, so it's the only way she'll ever see them. Sorry. We were throwing some shade at Maria during stream the other day, because she wasn't there, therefore we're allowed to. Yes, excuse me, sir, you're frozen, but I would prefer if you were not, because I'd like to body you. Boom. Boom. Yeah, we were throwing some shade at her the other day during stream, so I'll throw some shade in here as well. It's a safe place, because she's not going to watch this video, so she'll never know. Reese, if you're watching this, don't tell her. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't. I know that I have done the opposite for you many a time. I'd be snitching every opportunity possible, but like, you don't have to return the favor. You could be like the better person. Like I've already accepted I'm a piece of trash. You could just take the high road, perhaps. We got one more potion thing. I don't get this event at all. I just be bopping stuff. I don't really know how I'm doing it. I just be bopping stuff. And getting the primos. So I don't think I'm using the potions correctly or building my teams right, but it's working out for me. That's how most of the combat events tend to go. If I could get yo, that could be good. That could be good. Let's see if that rolls into crit. We'll see if that rolls into crit. That could be good. I got a decent. Okay, I actually have a pretty solid piece here right now already, but we're gonna have a lot of characters on this set. I wish, you know what's a travesty? You know what's a travesty? My Ito has 100 elemental mastery. Geo doesn't benefit from elemental mastery at all. Oh wait, my shields are stronger, but pretty much no benefit. 100 elemental mastery. And these are just on like the first pieces I could find. Hu Tao, who I have farmed for months. I farmed for months to get my Hu Tao artifacts to where they are.
Toodaloo.
0 elemental mastery. It's disgusting. But look at that crit damage. The defense sucks, but look at that crit damage. Look at that HP. Look at that crit. Look at that crit and HP. Look at that crit. This piece isn't great. That piece could probably be improved. How did I manage to snag 0 EM on any of my Hu Tao pieces? It's disgusting, especially since I run her with Sing Shell. I did farm, I eventually, I was gonna switch her over to Shimenawa's. And I farmed the new set for her, and that set did have, I think, like 20 EM, which is still disgustingly low, but it's better than 0. But I didn't really like, I don't know if I just didn't have high enough ER. That's probably the case. But I felt like I couldn't reliably, like, I have Yoimiya on Shimenawa's as well, but typically, like, if I have a full ult and I switch to her and I use my E and I lose the 15 energy, I can gain the 15 energy back by the end of my burst and then use it at the end of my rotation. I cannot with Hu Tao. Like, if I have a full, on the Shimenawa set, if I had a full burst, use the E, do my dash attacks, by the time my E runs out, my ult is not ready to pop. And the ult does a lot of damage. So I switched her back to 4-piece Crimson. Maybe I just don't have enough ER? Now that I'm saying that out loud, that makes a lot of sense, actually. Perhaps I just don't have enough ER, and I need to upgrade that in some way, shape, and/or form. I don't know. I just don't like the feeling. It's probably stronger on like a. It's definitely stronger on a per hit basis. I don't know if it's stronger on a per rotation basis though, without the like easy 100k from the burst in there. All right, last condensed resin. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. We've been saving this for like 4 days. Come on, something good. Something good. Please. That could be great. That actually could be great. It's a circlet, and I think typically you want healing bonus, but that could still be great. Okay. Fantastico. Let's do our dailies in like the fastest speed run of all time. Let's do our dailies very quickly. We will collect our daily XP reward, and then we'll call this nice little. It's later in the day, by the way. I did not get these. I tried to wake up at like 7 this morning. My New Year's resolution to become a morning person. I told you it wasn't gonna happen. And that apparently was not just me being a pessimistic child. It's accurate. I'm not gonna become a morning person. Here's how you should know. This is not a slight at Maria. This is more like a testament to who I am as a person. I told her yesterday, I was like, what if I started getting up in the morning and running outside? What if I became like a morning jogger? Did she say that would be awesome? That would be great. Was she encouraging? Did she say, oh yeah, I'll do it? She laughed. Again, and it's not a slight at Maria. She was right to laugh, because even I, when I said it, I'm like, there's not a chance on God's green earth that I actually do that. So, but that would be I don't know how people do that. First of all, like, kudos to you if you can not only, it's so hard for me to just convince myself, like, the alarm goes off at 7. The amount of difficulty I have just getting out of bed to go eat breakfast and make coffee and like watch YouTube videos and like ease my way into my day. The amount of difficulty I have just doing fun things, I cannot imagine choosing to wake up at 7 a.m. and being like, all right, first thing I'm gonna go do today, maybe like make my lungs feel like they're on fire a little bit. That seems like it could be a good time. What if I just go outside in the 20-degree cold, run a couple of miles until the point where the cramp inside of my stomach feels like an alien about to burst out of my chest. That sounds like a fun experience. That guy's gonna see me, I think. Don't look at me. Hey, don't look. He didn't look. Boom. Supply number 1. These are fast, at least. The dailies are fast. We love the fast dailies. Ito, you're too tall. Ito, you're too dang tall. Cut the hair a little bit, brother. By the way, I'm growing my hair out. I think I'm gonna do an Ito cosplay for next Halloween, or maybe sooner. I'm pretty close. Like, if you look at him, I've got the arms. Yeah, the rest is going to take a little bit, but I have the arms, so that's like 20% of the battle in my particular opinion. So maybe we'll do an Ito cosplay at some point next year. I'm pretty sure it would take me like 6 years to actually grow my hair out to that length. I've always wanted to try to grow out my hair. Typically, it gets to about this length, and but I do the same with my beard too. Sometimes I'll be like, I'm going to grow out my beard, and then it reaches a certain length. The beard especially, or like the mustache area, I'll eat something like a bagel with cream cheese, and the cream cheese gets, oh, why this one takes so long? The cream cheese gets stuck in the mustache every day, even when it's this short. When it's this short, you still get bagel cream cheese stuck in your mustache all the dang time. But sometimes when it reaches a certain length, and maybe Maybe it's just a culmination of many days of this happening. Stop homing onto the enemies. Maybe it's just a culmination of many days of it happening, but at some point I snap. I reach a snapping point where I'm like, no, I'm done. And then I go shave it off immediately. And typically the same thing happens with a haircut too. Like, I'll be fine for several days, and then one random day, I'm just like, I can't do this anymore. And I call up and I get a haircut appointment scheduled for that day, and then I go get it. It's a rash decision, which you're never supposed to do. I remember I used to watch, the one time I did grow out my beard and it looked like a gross puby Civil War general. I used to watch these like daily beard care tips, which were just YouTube videos from a YouTube channel that was just attempting to sell beard products, so not in great faith. And one of their talking points all the time was like, if you get the rash decision to shave your beard, give it 48 hours. This is a big decision. Which at the time I totally bought into, and I was like, yeah, okay, I will give it. It's like getting a tattoo. You want to make sure you're really sure about this. It wasn't until much later that I realized that was just their way of being like, hey, please don't shave your beard because then you're not going to buy our products anymore. So maybe keep your beard even though it looks like somebody shaved off somebody else's beard and then taped it to the bottom of your chin. Okay. Perfecto. Ladies and gentlemen. It is a longer Genshin and chill. I would expect that to happen at the beginning of every single week going forward. Maybe I'll stagger out the weekly bosses so that it isn't quite as long next time. I don't know. Let's go collect our daily rewards. I mean, this is just my goal with the series was to give you the true to form daily experience. This is what my daily Genshin grind looks like on different days. I forgot to switch to the mooching team. RIP. This is what my daily Genshin grind looks like on a day-to-day basis, and especially early in the week. Early in the week, when you have all of the stuff resetting, there's a lot to do. So I think it fits. Anyway, I finished my tea. Maybe... Oh. Tiny little sip left. Throats feel much better, which is good. Hey, thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, please consider showing some support down below. Liking, commenting, subscribing, all help out a great deal. Share with your grandmother as always. But with that, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time.